Please read the disclaimer. XRP holders, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. It's Freaky Friday, and XRP is sitting at $1.45. We have Bitcoin at 70,779, Ethereum at 2,149, Solana at 89. Basically, everything's up about 0.5%. Bitcoin actually up a little bit more, 1.24% right now, but maybe by the time you're watching this, the prices are a little bit different. Freaky Friday, as we know, XRP, the crypto market can change a lot, but I'm gonna show you a stat in just a second that might be the reason why crypto market and XRP has been, I wouldn't call it boring, but why we're having these. And once again, it happened, by the way, where we had a run up and then a pullback, a run up and then a pullback. It was very predictable that was going to happen, but we are seeing that happen once again. My graph got totally out of whack again. I think I know what is happening. You know what's happening is I have on what I'm recording with, I have a shortcut that starts the videos, and if I do that same shortcut on the graph, it changes some configuration. So the line should be here. I'll fix that later because I don't want to stop the video, the recording. So, but anywho, right, we had another time where XRP popped up and then pulled back. And we talked about why this is happening for XRP. It is because of this, right? Breaking, Hyperliquid now trades more oil, gold, and silver than crypto. Combined HIP3 open interest surpassed 1.5 billion, an all-time high now. Platform is processing more volume in tokenized commodities than digital assets. The 24/7 advantage is pulling volume from traditional exchanges. So when you have a situation like this, where oil, gold, and silver, right, are trading more than crypto on Hyperliquid, you know you got a momentary problem. Right now, we know oil, if the conflict ends, it's probably going to drop like a rock, right? Gold and silver were very, very hot, but now they're kind of off it again, right? Silver's all the way down back to 72. Gold isn't as hot as it was previously, 4,600. Oil still up there, right? 93, but it's not. Brent is over 100, but crude is under 100. We're not getting the numbers that people were, doomsdaying around. And yes, there is more action happening right now on Hyperliquid for them, but I think it will turn around a little bit. We just need this clarity hack to pass and the crypto market to come up a little bit, and then potentially we'll see more volume, more interest. Remember, traders go where there's trades to be made. If the crypto market in a specific time doesn't have as many trades as other places, or it's not as hot, traders are going to go there. Traders are dynamic, the smart ones. They don't stay, I'm only trading XRP. No, they trade whatever they trade, right? Wherever there's opportunity, wherever there's momentum. And nowadays, it's also a lot of these traders aren't even humans, they're AI traders. So they go and they have parameters and they figure out where the best trades are, and that's what they trade. If there's more volatility, if there's more movements in those assets, that's where they're going to go. And so that's important to remember that right now this is a problem in this time in history in March of 2026, but maybe in April things change. So as always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Also reminding you that I will never contact you on social media asking to sign up to anything or to send me any money. Those are scammers. I will never DM you first. Please be very careful out there, okay? There's people trying to take advantage of you. Please be very careful, okay? So right now, again, we'll see how Freaky Friday plays out. Sometimes Fridays are very volatile for crypto, and we've seen big movements on Fridays, and sometimes they're duds. So we'll see how this Friday develops. There's no real financial data or anything like that that's coming out today. So a headline from Trump or something that happens, or an oil field that gets destroyed or something like that, could send the markets in a little bit of a turmoil. So just take that into consideration. This was interesting. Grayscale says Ripple XRP is a battle tested blockchain positioned for payments and institutional portfolios. Grayscale is a big financial body that has been in the crypto market for a minute. I remember even back in 2017, you could already buy Grayscale ETF in Canada back in the day. That's how you could get exposure to Bitcoin without buying actual Bitcoin. And Grayscale is telling people, hey, listen, if you want a blockchain that's not all willy nilly, you can go and look at Ripple and look at XRPL, and that's where we're seeing things that are going right. Hong Kong names XRP as core infrastructure. 77% of financial institutions are moving into crypto. A new Ripple plus Quinlan report says 77% of Hong Kong financial institutions have already started using crypto or plan to start soon. That means crypto is moving beyond speculation in Hong Kong and into real banking and finance use cases like payments, custody, tokenization, and investment products. Even bigger, the report highlights XRP as part of the core infrastructure layer, helping power those digital asset systems. Ripple custody is featured as part of the setup banks can use for security, compliance, and interoperability as finance moves on chain. Hong Kong is going all into XRP. Now, we just talked 2-3 days ago. I don't even remember already. All the days got mushed together because the kids are at home, right? About Brazil, right? That also is going. Ripple, tweeted out, "We're going all in Brazil." That they are setting up to take over these countries, right? Take over, and XRP, wouldn't have been able to do this, and Ripple wouldn't have been able to do this just a year ago, right? A year and a half ago, when the SEC was going after Ripple, was going after crypto, and countries around the world don't want to, deal countries that are not, let's say, on the other side. You understand what I mean, right? Those countries that if they have sanctions on them and they have things like that, then they'll dabble in things that maybe the U.S. government doesn't like. But countries, respectable countries, if the SEC or the U.S. government is banning something or doesn't like something, they're not going to deal with it because they want to be able to do business with the US, right? And so once all of this black cloud is lifted, and the SEC over the past 2 days is basically the cloud is lifted, we're never going back, right? Then the doors open. It's like, oh, right? How the gates of heaven open and all this business potentially can come in because now the black cloud is gone, the light has come in, and these companies, these countries, they're not going to be afraid to do business with Ripple. They're not going to be afraid to use XRP. Whereas in the past, right, it's XRP still had that black cloud around it. So it will be very interesting to see how today plays out. What's going to happen with Freaky Friday? Do we see XRP move significantly, or are we going to see the market pull back and do shenanigans once again? But you can see that right now, price action wise, we keep seeing similar things: a pop up, then a pullback, 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 right? And so this is happening, every single 4 or 5 days. We can take advantage of it, right? Every single time we pop up, maybe open a short. If you are interested, our partner BTCC will give the opportunity to do so. We actually have a 30% bonus right now. So if you're interested, sign up using my link. This is an affiliate link, so I will get a commission. Please trade responsibly, okay? Very, very important, but you can take advantage of this, right? You can, when you see a crossover on the 4-hour chart, you can open a long, and then when you see it hit the 1348, the green here, you open a short, right? And that can be your tactic. But every single person has to know what to do. Okay, you can get the indicator, by the way, through the website. If you're interested, all those things are listed in the description down below. So please trade responsibly. Okay, the market is. It's not super duper volatile, but it is choppy, right? Also, the stock market is very, very choppy. Like last night, suddenly by the end of the trading hours, we had a little bit of a pop there. Some people said it was because a couple of headlines. Yeah, okay. But a lot of manipulation is going on right now when people are like checked out and they're not interested, and only the, people like me and you, the the cray craze. We are still trading and we're still, locked in. What happens is that the chop destroys, especially with like traders and options in the stock market, it destroys a lot of traders. But then the manipulators, if they want to move the market in a certain way because of expirations of options or something like that, then it's very easy for them to move it because people get discouraged and they leave because of the chop. And then there's not much resistance. And then it's easy to manipulate something suddenly up 5%. And then, the fly buyers, the people that are not really interested, suddenly they're interested. They open a position. And what do the big money, the manipulators do? They start shorting the market again. So that's what happens when there's not a lot of interest, when there's not a lot of momentum, which we are in right now. A lot of cash is still sitting on the sideline. So will be interesting to see what plays out here today. Next time you see me, I'll be in the bomb shelter. Don't worry. I'm just going to visit the in-laws. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the next few days play out. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.